is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
I was a high body TV, Yamamunia Kaba, and Fambrasso. Yachi, Kofi Jumao, Water, Yachino. A Quanica now out on a Niska or the 20. Hey, I want to more ding. Eh, na crony penny. Or Yachino to the babyano. Ya besha be a pussy for the Bekakuvi. Na, yes, galamsey no is empty a phone to NDC for no. O my jim chairman, nay, constituency, him one for executive, o my jim to galamsey is a get. Omutusa 6 months ni yese nyasa ketwa o tu omutu ana hanabisu nso atiesim na woche China fui na hanabisu no Dawuro no mbisa se ono position no de man no o man position se onko tena galamsey size encheche galamsey for na because the position ne adwuma na wo ye nanse na se enche damfa eno mo ka se so mo ko site wa galamsey wo site ho no sika wo China phone whisker afensu good no metu bi de guo. What is homa ko galamsey site ama positive kra be ka se na ekwaye na yehu sika se yehu good se what bi da enso wo mutu gold wo se gold no mutu no mkoto om inte den e wo se yete se oh ye ko hu gold ba ko ye ko hu gold kitwa mienu e wo what bi da wonsa wonti bi da e wonwa tina man fati si galamsey site echiche galamsey phone yen nyina be ko bi
ye ba ko a NDC aban and NDC as a political party at the year campaign etia NPP for going into the 2024 election na galamsey. In fact NDC for ye niema bebre at the year campaign tia NPP Emma Ghana for adwen be ye omo say NPP failing in the fight or against illegal mining. Na na no mo ye ne say oba enkran a elite ni wo Kumasi no ne ade a onim se nkrofo ani abie na nkrofo akọ school me nka so bi wa kurase na ni mie but sen eniema ni pe wo krokase mu ehwe ani mu no enye no na akurase fon so hwe ede to aba nti obedun kran a no be ka kire mo nkran ha say hey mu ha say de nsu aye they went to the extent of even bagging dirty water to portray to Ghanaians say in the near future no say na Ghana for munsu a mo benom no ebeye odu akura na se a no ka kire akura so for no say adwuma bia ni ha adwuma ha na ye galamsey yi a mo ye didie ekufo adonso asuma sojafo aba se omumekum emetum anu aduane engu entina asam no akwakwa de dia ma aban no aban ne kwa enko oyehu bibi enye yie ema mo de yesa ama Ghana for koto aba e de tie ekufo adone na aban. In fact they promise so mo be aban share in fact almost share aban no say on declare state of emergency e wo mining areas no nyina almost share aban no say on repeal sir a year act I think 4562 or so me pay the right you know no suma kwame nkrofo e mining in forest reserve no omu enyi free and all that and na NDC aban mu act no a ema airline e man nkrofo etufu magudie e wo kwae mu no airline no e still in force America say nkrofo both legal and illegal mining e wo forest reserve ni mu. In fact Ghana forest reserve na ho sisi ano about 44 more than half galamsey for take over. In fact about 9 of them no go area obi antimi nko na no bet say omampani mahama ka say o ma recover anya no kre mampani mi person make so oboa anya no kre Omnisa Forestry Commission for no man the proper report about 9 of the forest reserve obi antimi nkom police phone ntimi nko forestry phone ntimi nko obi antimi nko. In fact edu ba bi kura na omakofa militants fi Burkina Faso no ne ade e de abegu kwaye nim no moye illegal mining. And clearly no we are told say NDC for and illegal mining. Yehu on tape. You remind this MP for a win. You NDC regional constituency chairman involved in galamsey. But niaba and then say NDC for ate illegal task force ena omo ko round ena omo harassing in fact legal miners, legitimate miners. In fact, there was a mining site in Ashanti region. NDC for no call and no put any national security operatives under John Mahama. And the kwaji obi site legally or mining no and no kwaji say omo je amine bi no and the amuso aba power. No national security for no eco CZ mining site no mutu hwagudi. Asema mi kan endra yesi ekanyame nkoa. Anka the National Anti-Galamsey Task Force no any the NDC illegal task force no omu share wo Western region yesi endra ekanyame anka moje ebehwe agu no enya asem ketwa and pay the bonkrata no bebre e de ho asem e de aba so ne ekoso ne sen minister at task force NDC for so at the task force ni bi ena omu namuram na yebeti wa wo illegal mine no wo registered and licensed mine now ye ba ye jiun some gold ne ya jiun fidie ne ya hihyebi ne ya sell niema ne ya esei anya sa ade a site no ne ya age ne ya etu eno ne ade a ekoso na maame hana Bissiw in fact minim adwuma minerals development fund no me check ye no I think they are to see to the welfare and development of the mining areas. That is their core duty. And ne hana Bissiw sorry a no wa she bulletproof na wa she trousers na wa she kambu na wa tia siwuram na onam se robot o de mayi video ni bi acho hu a hana Bissiw na ma as a robot a ne battery yewu se o jump sa na o de echo. Is that the fight against galamsey? Enti tisi ano o ma hunu se ho ne betimi a milk Ghana fonti obi a tia sim ene kwaye mu ene ba bia se NDC for tu galamsey ni ye tu galamsey ni ye tu galamsey ni ye tu galamsey ni ye tu galamsey ye ni ko hese di nso na ye ko hese di akwaye no aye ene ne mo accuse MPP for mo ba ye galamsey aginsam etu atese ene wo ye ho hwenya ye o makofa China for e de ma be grow man mu ena ye tu galamsey me say ese wani ense kachre empo to the extent say endra omu take National Anti-Galamsey Task Force no omu take hostage. Yes, it took hours and sana it took the intervention of the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources Amakofi Bua and sana the illegal task force the NDC for task force no omu etimi ejai National Task Force no say omu enko weyama the Small Scale Miners Association on president Ora Kojo Pepra ese afa die baby adu no gise mampani ebem enye we ni bosha mo she Ghana for mo ka kire ya se MPP for na etu galamsey enti mo yema mo ntu yentu abentia MPP for na mo mra ban mu na mo de mo ba ban mu a galamsey bejai ena de ba ne san ena fe ye jamo mamo ba ban mu a ena Ghana for ye si apanie ni yesu na NDC for the first time yenya NDC MP awotia konwa so si watu galamsey ya mani kroma hemfo ese oho na mo twa na studio afi gro ne so e de asem wenti na to badama mo na ni pe de galamsey task force na no ese e homu yi me se region ba ko a e ben ye oha yi a onipa no a ye de na to galamsey task force na no se wan kwakon no oyo obi a waye cocaine ma ya chine pen na oye cocaine ya obi a wadi apam da won kan for ha obi a wadi apam da no on kan for ha obi a waye cocaine jano o de ne kwaso on ko fight galam ko ya anti-galamsey task force a obi a dey fight here on the pan na mu no oye working illegality hundo didie na obi a wadi cocaine sika da galamsey sika beso no beso no enti no san crofo no ene oma form na okwa small scale industry no ene omo harassment omu kom ene ateti omu kom we ba ye say task force for ne abeju go the phone sam ne aju equipment ne aju say one penny ne ahye you so was small scale site now young people ni kura de wawu so ye legal miner pa now young people ni wawu omba mbe shi mfidie and no near dear Ekoso. So we are calling on Yera Amakofibua. Say now no better TV so. I shed the crocodile tears. Say Wontumi galamsey. It's your sakra to Wontumi large scale mining na conta mining na legally mining site no. Also the Saturn license so make us say Wontumi lawyers at the assembly court. Na ne party for galamsey no e dia na Amakofibua eka. We are calling on President John Dramani Mahama say enye bosha wo share Ghana for nie. Ubetu Ghana for mrade. Ubetu Ghana for emrade de wano be fa Ghana for ho. Ema Ghana for to aba editi Mahamudu Bawumia editumi hye wonsem. Because what catch Ghana for say wo ba forest are too quite a too agudie wo mu no. Oba you ban it, you repeal the law. Ubetwam. And you knew say it come with consequences and so share sabo no. And the Ghana for tie sabo na kotwa ba de ama wawie. Afa na be catch Ghana for say afa de wo twa sa amre ni mu a consequences e wo akire. Me pa cho President John Dramani Mahama time I wo share Ghana for bono na wo nim say consequences e wo ho asa o repeal sa amre na. Yempe excuses. Yempe chimu bia repeal the law. Wo say ye boss say Akufo-Addo ye nipa bonini. Enti ye tufu agudie ese Ghana na enche in the near 10-15 years no Ghana be krensu. Enti uba ube declare state of emergency ewo all the mining areas. Omampani Mahama Ghana for say we are demanding that you fulfill that promise. Say ube declare state of emergency ewo all the mining areas. No wetimi a stopping mining, illegal mining. Na Ghana for ye hu wetimi atoyin. Apart from that promise we no yen pese beti bibia biem. Wo catch say Akufo-Addo at galamsey any Operation Vanguard. Ema mo wia Ghana for wia akọ ama nkra ya illegal mining. Emedu baby no, manum kasa ne say yes party here sika. NPP before galamsey. Enti wo de wa ban mu ba sa ne ma no enkoso. But ye wo penny for on tape. Ama confess say omoye illegal mining. So please, ye call for nyina say you fulfill your campaign promise. And again, homo soa na Akufo-Addo breso, oma tie gina, no mu di atem, no mu twentro, no mu so mu no mu ye. In fact, Professor Jampompo there also the conscience of the nation. That's what he said. Professor Jampo can say, oh, yeah, the conscience of the nation. And now Professor Kobi Mensah, education nenum ayema onkasa. And now Dr. Jampo, Professor Jampo, nenum ayema onoso onkasa. And now recognize be any Martin Pebunum, omo kase nye. And now baka voma woni o kaka hu nyina no, omo kasa media for na every morning, afternoon, evening media houses and he lead the campaign, champion campaign, trying to paint Akufo-Addo say, oh, you demon, Ghana, because illegal mining cost on a bemuno. And the same media houses in the champions and apostles of illegal mining, Omunina Commandatum, meaning 78 million Ghana cedis now, the core communication department, say, be a commodia, meaning. And to more about Casamono, Yasha Mafruma. And I am a bino at Yamade, and then Ghana. Insuo a essay no essay de mirika gidi na essay na mom yen kan hu say nyankopon ehwe na da che obi a ebebu ne awaye ho aten anopadu yate National Anti Galamsey Task Force na NDC for being strategic Separo Task Force na omunam harassing crofo na yesi weekend di aban Task Force on NDC Task Force ndi siani Western Region MNDC for Task Force no eteki aban Task Force no hostage for hours. The custodian the bureaucrat and miners call on government to stop illegal task force. What's the name? Oh yeah.
Because what on normal baby? Yeah. What's the queue? No systems. Enti obre imagine say.
Boss, 30 items.
Boss, the left that to buza question. Daddy, what is this? What is this? Why frustrated? They were like, no. Would you have that power? Say, oh, I feel now over checking. Who do feel over checking? So near the boo. Who share calculation of fuel? Over sound driving back to the place now. No way.
Lady Barco says, "My bre." Now call be popular a restaurant be could here. And they a man on the also new. Afede on the brain no o say o hwemwa no say nti ene ade aduane we na wakai say oni guy bi kwa ho ne yi ene ma ogege ye ne yi na fe pra ebo ade abre no afi otu ade na osugu ni wiri afo so bedu fie no odware wie no asafa slip no na o hwem say pass question
afi won say say watch medra wadi awu papa what the young call
I say afo hwem say pass question
no did baba the question was say I gave $1.5 million for NDC campaign Singaporean Africa needs its own rating system Akufo-Addo decries global credit bias minus call on government to stop illegal tax force I say with their who it's a cooker ended for funding young minds. When you cook an hour,
he say what say we cook or say one is in Kakuno. I dino cook than the
next one. Yes,
okay, I'm boss.
Government to stop illegal tax force.
A probe rogue anti-galamsey tax force minus tell Mahama where the diligence and by NDC chairman busted in alleged $2.2 million fraud, $2.2 million fraud. DJ president said for landslide victory, you can't win 2028 election without unity. Kufuor wants NPP. And CJ raises 15 critical questions over removal probe. Kofi Juma arrested.
Now we know Omusho case in for another day.
It's all on the picture. All on the one thing. Yanko. Galamsey fight in chaos as alleged tax force undermines government efforts. Where daily statesman and at the Bible. Akufo-Addo pushes for 30% sovereign reserves in African banks. NUSC law students Anna Oka. No. Yanko.
Anna Aku.
Daily guide. Africa needs its own. Okay, we are by lead fight against Galamsey, education to academia. Oh, okay. Small scale miners cried to Mahama over illegal tax force. And I don't know the power.
I just have a baby answer.
Jumfuor points for victory, and then woman arrested over 3,900 slabs of narcotics. Daily guide.
And this is for the about man
cocaine everywhere.
And this is for my man in Ruboni.
Okay, now you have to
or the cocaine.
Who say I don't know, my make us
12.5.
Yeah, she woman. And now, national security forecast some more call. Mark will be simulation. Baby, or more far.
Vivian.
And almost among continent become. See if I could baby come fire. No, me. Eti say no ma coach almost say omo fa baby for because omo fa VVIP. And almost say mo fa VIP. The girl back ko say da bi nya ha ne fire. What's the ha ne fire? Father one. If you say the Ghanaian publisher minority seeks clarity on COVID surge. COVID next year ban. So mu hian chichi mu. Government galamsey fight hit by rogue tax force. Hey, assembly. Before said for landslide victory. Enyami aduma and the ebebaso. It is the Ghanaian publisher at the DV no ebai. Yanko next paper. The Chronicle. Anti-illegal mining operations secretariat ready to coordinate all operations. Land minister averts bloody clash between national anti-galamsey tax force and alleged illegal tax force. Hey, and then this. And then this is a regime in a way.
Tell TD illegal and alleged.
Yanko.
Na makofubu na asante fabra. Na nu ya na fu ayesi. Asante san fabra.
But what the buyer san
Chronicle.
Who was in Germany so ya want to fuka.
Na nu ya na makofubu fu ayesi.
But picture meet me.
Oh no. I'm for enjoy. They enjoying.
Omu did there.
Oh, did there?
No froni na
did there. Na buy na aba no
did there.
And no froni na enjoyment. E bi yade.
Yo. Okay. Asante me that so that got on with a daily gist ne a Republic they buy a consider they buy no. Ashimo de no. They say a Singapore businessman be say or invest $2 million. Ewo ashimo business na emu $1.5 million no we invest when NDC 2024 campaign no say or the print 24-hour economy t-shirts banners bangles. Mo can say bangles and not bundles. Any bangles on.
Bundles.
No. And no
Bundles.
Okay. Any hope and affiliates are hold and now or they printing by the man party no. But me who said they not go on. Only me about me team. The Political Parties Act 2000, Act 574 no. I can clearly say as a for custodian mommy. I can clearly say wristband. But I see brave. And the Political Parties Act no. I can now no pay where the direct quotation at the buy. When you find where you custodian at the moment.
Custodian no.
Okay. Me who say custodian at the direct quotation from the political or say a non-citizen shall not directly or indirectly make a contribution, donation or a loan, whether in cash or kind, to the fund held by or for the benefit of political party or no political party person acting for or on behalf of a political party shall demand or accept contribution or donation or loan from a non-citizen. And the Ghana Political Parties Act no, I can say, Obia onye Ghana ni no, ensese oye donation, ensese or contribute, ensese or bobesia, in cash or kind. And for Obia oye Ghana ni so no, ensese would demand it or wo accept donation, loan, and answer contribution from a non-citizen. And you say if it is established, say, Ashimo, Ekoje Singapore ni nisika 1.5 million. Say, omo de printe all these items at the NDC 4-year campaign, the last election year. No, then Electoral Commission and the Office of the Special Prosecutor is some acting because Electoral Commission no or serve as regulators for the political parties. Special prosecutor and so no corruption and corruption related issues no on the so. But where the akoye NDC ni nti no bet me assure boss say enya ade a kise jaben obeti
want kwaku asabi nyina no waka no na we enye busemu kasem enye hiesi enye tia na yesi yetise obi eka enkomodie mu na yechiye eye court documents Singapore ni no ene de asem ne court okuni nyina ne se Singapore ni ne say woni Ashimo eye business Ashimo she ne boss say obetimi amano contract e o ECG na cables ne ma ne maybe wono so atimi aton bi ama ECG fo na wo ho na Ashimo say wonya contract ni bi obo amount no na I was with 10% commission. Into that things in that 10 they had was in $1 million. The 10% commission is $100,000. And now Singapore ni Brunei did $100,000 no. And ma Ashimo. So one could chase can win your contract. I will hold one na Ashimo Saka Chen say $1 million contract was saying a biaka home. And also was in the range of about $6 million. And in one century 10% of the $6 million. That just also end up being $600,000. And then also was a this kind of a man. Says can put there was it one transfer match more. Now she most man call for free Ghana. About Singapore. Echo J cash no at the bow my Ghana. Was it in our evidence? Now sound come on echo solo. And now she more catch and say. I had the ya President Mahama, then candidate John Mahama. Ebe win elections no. Na Ghana die wo pese wo business man na wo so CDA. E wo se wutimi do ho wo support political party. Enu nti decide a won support to NDC e wo position. Na abane ba dia a ene jai enwanam obe just wo obedi bia ankasa. E na ba pese wate ase. Je na wo pe e no o ka asem che no so wani 555 ene ma bremi party ni ma t-shirt wristband we need okika yi nyina ya kwaku you know ebro more than $1 million afi wotwe entwe NDC aba ban mu ofrewe ya na yesi e na Ashimo ka chese okisa de omra Ghana no papa so oba Ghana wa bagini sika na so obeje de contract no Oba ye wo call airport wa ashebo and the fa car ko fa papa no airport. Odne okofa no airport no and odne ko said hotel. Okwa na ashebo eje the passport free ni nsem. Say oba no person we safe nti no. Waje the passport no. Na omienko didi wo baabi. Say wo boa. Na woni ashebo e driver oni for no kwa ashebo the command ko bi. And mo bo no. And mo detaining no say ono wa baga na ebetwa ntro at NDC for so and mu detaining illegally according to Broni no enye national security for officially na detaining no ana NIB but ogidi sase more and a bonko for bi pa and mu detaining no to nya no tete no say the side and the main fant na ho and akwa report asem and then e wo court it dey kenyina e wo court document mi say what the sika e support NDC eso so aso ne say when I say Timothy Sankwani say foreigner as sponsor NDC to the tune of more than $1.5 million a year. Against Ghana Yamrebia. I accept some more cafe home. And the police kind of man, what did Sadia man was here? NDC regional chairman, Greater Accra. What was he? Oh, last week. My name is Ebiano Chukwai.
No, we're on this handsome way.
What I say? It is the economy said. Apart from the fact that some more court to them, I was say, Yoko for you interested. I was say, lawyer Kise Jabe, the office of the special prosecutor, no, and some you interested. Waku, if I saw Monty, I'm expected to say by this establish CA. I was say MPP for a trocrata at the commerce state institutions in I say. I deal with ya akosoni eti amra act on it immediately. E mo monetize ka say ye hwese state institution e ba be ye ho adwuma. Ehu
yeah enti eno ana godon aka no ene enchirimu a odi attach aba so me dey na me interested e wo baby a political parties act ne ka no say foreign na bia man prohibit say foreign na bia ntimi nye den ntimi emwa enye yinti man for the ba minim e kwesi frimpon twa nice photo e dey send me
you just a commentary bia nka
so far dey onya for commentary bia myself maybe ana oguso type dey you say and I heard Soji say Osidero so Gordon came and started talking. He cannot go and come at will. I will summon him before the Tinku at Obosmasi to answer his unwarranted 3-day exit. Na Tinku nuni marekode.
Bosumana.
Bosum kesiye pa. Ewo Abosuma kesiye we kuyapem ne ba kono no.
Oh, okay.
Na eno sa Abosum nanim na 1733.
Okay.
Yeko sign kuyapem accord. E de chichire kuyapem. Ema ofori kuma ebe hwe kuyapem. So nti Abosum kesiye. Na no has Soji say hono de woko. Na
Famenko ho.
You see,
don't forget I'm the oracle. The Famenko. Asam kotomo.
The other issue no illegal mining issue no. No pay kan wasem no. Na godon e kwan NDC for the galamsey no faso no. Say they are enriching themselves with the illegal mining. Na ene yeso ma san at a secretariat. Say if you never coordinate all fight against illegal mining. Now, before that, no, omo National Anti-Galamsey Task Force. And NDC for no strategic task force ni bi. Go no. Regional wo hey. Onipa na coordinated task force no. Or you be a no drugs cocaine. Cocaine. No be a one no cocaine. Ami action dan. No so nkoku Galamsey a obe ni ako. Yes, na ni aye me bufuo godon e wa asem nyina ho ne ma me akua tabu munwi
enkasa
okay mate wo so me kasa mate
you say o mo bi adi
ai mate mate ai rewan the trust ma me nko chi fana fofo ai Dr. Hannah Bissiw me pacho enti ma me come website ena me kwahwe say sa adwumakuo na ye from say Minerals Development Fund no edi adwuma no moye na on website no dey atoso no ochocho bibia ba for the purpose of our discussion or say it is in this regard that the Minerals Development Fund Act 2016 Act 912 was passed on 29th March 2016 specifically to ensure true improvement in the standard of living within mining communities across the country affected by mining operations. Omajuma no. Yes, you are to ensure specifically to ensure the true improvement of standard of living. Enti me whole videos maame no ano ene ono so adana ne ho task force what year sim na or say all on the HG excavators now. Yes, I don't know, in fact I don't have the full act. Next time come here full act no na me shall say if act no act 912 no I can say they should specifically ensure true improvement in the standard of living of mining communities across the country. And no one man hana Bissiw or yana now. Don't pacho. I know what man or ye
settings.
Near all ye on also so arrogated to herself a new task force. And on also the nam na all videos nibia asati mi bia sendo. Onamwa I say bulletproof. Na all who say robot to and battery a yewu.
Kwaku.
Yes.
My main cast a bit.
I have videos in the beginning.
I have videos in the beginning. Kwaku. Okay, say accident Bissiw baby. Emma, you say one more accident scene. No, na ye say police fool say if we make us some Korea and Yama a accident scene.
Me kai bibi sa.
Emma, some question court.
Me kai bibi sa.
As a police fool, either police for as a fire service from petty for now. It could be homemaker some Korea and Yama.
Omana accident na to her.
As a movie,
as a robot to an battery woo. Now all Jackie.
Now baby couple no assassin it now.
Why? I don't know say tragicals. I don't know say.
You see no movie.
Why?
My make can say be fat den ho a. You say I no mu na ka ho mat. Me at the MPP. Me nya kwan e 7 regions within a day, one day. Net helicopter. Ye Ghana baby a galamsey ekoso nyina edru baby a na yesi na yekọ site ho aku empenifo bi say na say o mani je setembe o mekọ site ho no ma ene ma wo ho
galamsey site de ene ma ho
sika di gold gu ho etibusa so mu chi o mu nya hwe ya na o mu declare
acho ye say funtum funa fu dentin funa ye fu bom and so the na ye fu mena so twunti entu se NDC fo wa ban mu na o task force no mo ko a e di ntia
mena so twunti anya sa de asa be bia o ye adwuma yi eni ba bia na mu e
boy bra
oh but oboko no ma ene magu ho akwakwa say spoils of war ene magu ho no ma sesa no de ko bed
nanya bi ni say minus no
someone account move
dabi e bi ni say minus na accuse you mo say omo ba omo mfidie no mafa gold omo atu no mafa we no mafa nti no ne ade ya ekoso
unim say NDC no ma ba o ma ba yi gold galamsey no ne mani no no de ba yie hu yie pa say na yi na me jam fie gold board you ana ya appointing the boss ajobonsu Ambassador to China.
China.
Akojo ko China. Akojo de ye.
Afa na mo collaborate. No ma asura China for no mfidi
aba. China ne de fatana.
Omo de aba yadwuma. Enti ade ne de settings. O ma tena se ahun se. E kata bi na ye build. Na de ye adwuma ne nya gold. Because ura ojo bonsu ni same de mfi ni wani a. Didi do ma kire a. Omo Godfathers na utmi se. Eye sabi no matwa to ho a. Omede be ye gold no ho adwuma.
Okay.
No manya de benya afiri mu.
Akumi won se mienu bi wo.
Okay.
Ba ko ye yin yokufo. Baby a se omode adwuma na afa se omo punishing kufo.
Yeah.
Even before wasem ebedi. Ye no ye ba ko. Me wie so a Akumi sa wasem bi kafa campaign na ekoso. ND events MPP company for say mo be campaign adade ne de montwe nsem boss mo enforce so far as say date here Crystal mabo ite de munyai ensem a entro a egofo e kan wase say na mamon to ma Dr. Mamudu Bawumia because one mpanifu edi na chini na aba be ministers da na omodi diwa ban no ho na sa nkofu ya no pese mo sa beta mo kon so okuti wen ene yokufo de no de na menka the first na
yokufo de ndi beba
te men ko henfa
yeni ka hwe campaign oni enu ho hia ye mo
sa ho
yes
okay
yeah
but Mr. Sante me ma send video bi ama Raymond Acha ne interview a wo ye ya ba na NDC wo position ya wo kan ti patcho prepare to ho ti me ka yoku asem na wa boy no asa na matwa so kwaku munim sa me do ko kakra enkoma e koso e wo so many constituencies and they say ma obi nto aba ma Dr. Mamudu Bawumia because empenifo a won ne monam no e ministers former government appointees na omodidi amen dada it omodidi amen no e the person mo sa e betena Ghana for any MPP for kon so no mo kwa e go so edidi ama e ha adwen kakra na e dangerous propaganda enye ade a very disingenuous me tim ga say enya no because most of them are former appointees but in reality no what is the case so far the pa mo so on be contest no ko be Japan ka ho me ofa Boache Jako ka ho Dr. Bawumia e ka ho minim se Big Joe be ba dia minim Jogati be ba minim Dr. Bray Champon e ka ho yen fo obi a 11
na wo kan
yeah honorable Kennedy Japan yen fo obi a 1 by 1 so far ena adenimo so far yem say honorable adenimo ena metumani ko akire honorable aduchum ena mo dos fine so far honorable adenimo pe ena kwakusa metumani ko akire kusi president for time eba besi president for the time a minim position a wunya wa ban mu apart so ye member of parliament for Mampong
yeah
it's one year na 20 so bi ni madwuma na contract bi a wunya ya from president for time ebisi na obetimaka ni ye hu be do no so beto so far you know that stress at 20 bobodi ni bi Kwabraje Japan engineer president for time and na obey press secretary to the president yes. In fact if you be maybe that position so say men munyamba ho de be maybe why press secretary to president for 6 years unfortunately president for at the time 8 years a year where nya appointment bia it say okase obi a wa benefit from my MPP ho de a say ko kwa nya kakra
nse nko ba hu bio
ba ko fa de we nya bi but at least what the free president for ba wonya kakra 6 years
Boache Jako
honorable Boache Jako president for time we nya position president for the time obeye energy minister be 2 years as I say and na wono unfortunately no president for do eyi na die ye be see the man come say it was a very terrible decision but honorable Boache Jako also benefit at least we am energy minister for some years be 2 years be die unya bi why bi
say you do too
Dr. Osei Aduchum 8 years no a minister 4 years deputy minister 4 years substantive minister of education cabinet minister wonya bi why bi
Dr. Brian Champon
president for time no any position na we just we PA to Jake but president for the time 8 years we minister obewie no ye agric minister cabinet minister wonya bi why bi
Kennedy Japan
honorable Kennedy akompre ko Japan president for time no any post but onu anu muton e ka say president for Boadu ya wo mo nimu enim say wonya contract that time bebre e wo first president for aban no
because contract de be many poor ha no de many pa ba ko
Kwabraje Japan e kan okay eti wono so a benefit bi e ba president for at the time contractor I can put it on record say kwaku MPP under president Kufuado woyi enipa miensa first 3 ya omunya contract akese ewo MPP abemu adane na Akufo-Addo a I will be surprised so no bukele Japan di nka ho yego koko board yenkwa hin wanyabi
oyirisu anyabi
in fact enipa mienu pe ti say na my baba meeting enipa mienu pe na me kai say omo no mo yiri nyina eye board chairpersons bukele Japan no board chairman ewo Ghana Gas the wife Mrs. Stella Wilson Mrs. Stella Wilson Japan Shippers Council board chairperson 8 years was sign a contract where nyabi okay I think say Babro Tinjesi one the kunu and now minimum of most of board chairpersons apart from minim obia or MPP mu a ni kunu eye board chairman no ba no so eye board chairperson it doesn't mean that's a benefit
you say obi
Dr. Brecha Bosamaka alleged Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia vice president 8 years in fact say a report edimba mu honorable Jogati dimba mu honorable Jogati from President for time or and they as attorney general and Akufo-Addo or your minister enti enipa ben so as say ayebo mudin when one benefit ye ewa MPP aben hwanya obia benefit in fact omomo eye around first honorable Kene Japan akosi party no idea education minister spokesperson
Kwaku
Kwatin were deputy former deputy minister of finance
Stephen Amwa
were former deputy minister of if I want put the 8 years in look at appointment where CEO Maslok or deputy minister of trade and Obabe deputy minister of finance Stephen Amwa
Stephen Amwa
Dr. Stephen Amwa Seka na maker lawyer Amodate ebe ni pedim de minimum you opinion no lawyer Amodate for about 2 years now on the spokesperson for MIF lawyer Amodate for about 2 years one year spokesperson for MIF
so na wakana no atuma papa na no
onya bibiada abrante bakosa ka ho
nipa bonisam
abrante bakosa was one say one of the spokesperson for Honorable Kene Japan Armstrong no year spokesperson for national service so what in fact Owusu Bempa 8 years spokesperson for Ghana Gas
yes.
There's another person I want also know ofra brochire e buy Ghana Gas e bra Honorable Kene Japan e kwaye board chairman Ghana Gas and now also Honorable Kene Japan ho e ti wan dem benefit ye wanya
if I say Honorable Kene Japan no a chairman for a communication committee first term
say no appointment
say party appointment
by your government
no government
can be no free
see government account so because government no power what power no one hear this appointment no man and no say be no a board chairman so for Ghana Gas no say be defense and interior committee of parliament chairman if I say chairman we say chairman no a unye ni paketo a
dabi
and no finance committee no
police frontad
yes
uniform say we boot ni ade
no say go don Crawford descending into sa arena now then okay Bissiw is Charles Bissiw and Charles
Bissiw so Charles Bissiw one year anti galamsey yes one year what no a day in fact Charles Bissiw many Charles Bissiw and I'm in the helicopter
echo round
one day we went to 7 regions
in fact
Charles Bissiw
what China task force so anya asem na onu ASP
court
e was task force
call people in fact immediate past campaign manager of Honorable Kene Japan Kwame Owusu no one
air condition man ship
Ghana Authority no
Ghana Maritime
Authority no one CEO no Director General
4 bedroom say 3 bedroom air conditions 14 boom
etino
go down
sasam no munya ika no obi a benefit yes
obi wo hono mo a na oni appointment ba niema no control no obi wa appointment kura enni sad
oh yes
metimi amount a typical example obi che na na komia e ba bi ed ne koyi STC tena na STC atati apansa maybe ed ma wan ka wonye na okọ transform
no money.
Yes, okọ transform ho.
I mean try no we dem a secret but meet maka. In fact, ho no na da ho dampan. Nipa bebre ba mbensa. Almost omompe. Na na akomia himself. And a call na na kufu aka che ne say STC ho ho. Na say the city no ho agudodo. Oba wo ideas bi o pese what the boy STC. Na na kufu was surprised. Sir, former cabinet minister, former 3-time member of parliament. Was it baby we penny a small place no? O should him. We as come are you sure? Was yes. Because na come wo plans bi. Ye nya men charge wo call ye. What be akoye di.
Na come ti compare na come a wo ba rumia team. A ko STC and ho atete apansema ye dem obi a wonye. Any honorable can Japan. One year appointment. If I go on, he's on record. Say apart from say 1 year appointment, no, any poor do come a more appointment. He's on record. Say on the member how comes an appointment. He's on record. Say I think a CMO BB. Any coffee baby. I'll make a common appointment. And son a contract on YG. In fact, a boa papon a friend say a brown catch say. And son NDC, or say NDC ba ben mu ya, ye tua 78 million Ghana cedis. E ka adwuma o ye no koko bodo so hefa. Ye tua de ama no. Sorry, 67 million Ghana cedis.
Okay.
De ama no. Enti say wo ye obi a utimi enya contract to that country no a 67 million Ghana cedis. If ni abronye kan anything to go by
98% of government affairs ministers omunya sa contract.
Okofa ne hen
98%.
Okofa ne hen. Unya. Bono okofa ne hen.
Ewa woni ba bia wompo.
Ne ye ba. Ne ye se fama me na so o yes o twetwe on ase. Ya no wo de. Ya no wo de. And the boogeyman ne beba. Na ya asam. Ata se nti amanfo contract ya gina ban mu.
Pagri wache dankwa.
Yes.
Pagri wache dankwa.
Onu fia yi pagri obi anim no. Onto say e be the government spokesperson.
On
security and intelligence.
Security and intelligence.
Me ebu akanof constituency a me ye madwuma chair paafi honorable JB Danko abreso because me ye adwuma okofodua honorable JB Danko ene ne ye adwuma ma honorable gift tuma pofo so be ye MP ene ne ye adwuma nti constituency ne de enipa ewo mu MPP mu pa o constituency ne so efi the longest serving chairman Kofi Asare.
Okay.
Ebesi the least person obi ani ho no mo a onim me na me so minim no. In fact Professor Amoako no mo omo ye Amoako yes ye ni mo nyina entimi so bia so nim no constituency no ba Paul Grave say godon minim no da
yo
edi bo ache dankwa no de ato no ho so no ana che say odidi di no
fanto no ho so ni di bo ache dankwa no
okay
di bo ache dankwa no odidi ho
okay nti edi bo ache dankwa no e ko odidi but omo nyina be nya appointment enti godon e mo bia nka say ya na se ba wumia say or you rich in ideas.
Yes.
Now ni me about 33 new ideas. Ana eni hoda. A wo de be sum ni wura Ekufuado. O de aba. Eno na obi so ba fe nu bibra. Oh no. Se me yeti hei. Se chema Wontumi ema me 10 million Ghana cedis. Se me na me ye chairman of the movement in the morning. Inti menye na me be share me team no. Na me yimu 1 million. Na me se godron me hu se na nsen o to peta kokobo pa nti o de age to total to suit me no bi. Da se ben so colors blue no ne yim to so gina to we. Na fe ko kan so ni kwam jesi ni ade na me ye a.
O do pesu a shine.
Ko kan no. Kwam jesi asofo trufo no shu ni bi.
Ya yi na pe.
Ene ko kan na pe no.
Dabi akono o wase ho.
Okay.
Me body.
Hey.
Ata se na me ye no wi a.
Na me say wa ha wo ma chiri ho.
Na me say momontu nyum mfrɛ me. Say chairman me makogi 10 million wo mudin mu. Ana
na me spend 200,000.
Ni ama me 10 million. Na ma spend e bi a 1 million ana 100,000 wo ho no. Na anu nti me sɔre a me friend na ha so jiri a me say godon nyame na me hwɛ no. Enye me anka godon wo si pise. Ehia yi a e friend say kwasi frimpon a me say kwasi na da se be no ono ba krum asi wan chairman ko nwuye me hwia me se kwa me jasi na nyame anka ko munku ne na sei na mo ba bi a menya sika no a me de to anuano ma kwa me jasi ende me nka ahe a menya ya me de yesa show no de eno de me nka ya nya de sa Yeah, no. Last election, MPP pen. Me who say we ever trouble no. Me begina can say MPP lusu. I emphasize some more parliamentary candidates for.
Okay.
So some because on the day of election.
Yeah.
NPP enco election. Emma omunye sika. Sada. So mo fan koye especially on the D-Day operation. Ibi see that. Say MPP pa election. Na sika ba. Party no the be resource.
Ebi see that.
And sika ba ye no. Metimi abobodin dia cho constituency bi any school nyae. We know it. It me call around me call about 3 constituencies. Na me hu operation na air cost no. Then I realize say nkrofo keep scan with them. Sika dem mo so mfa nkoye adwuma no. Na ebi keep scan with them. Oro metimi enso so akabiem say hwe na Dr. Bawumia share MDCs no. O ka asem bi me hwe nipa bebre anim no maboto. O say ena de nkrofo nam so mo na wo sika. Enjomo edi sika beto akansi aye ko no. Maybe some 2017 and 2021 abra na Akufo Addo ba ban mu a ya appointed mo se MMDCs no na some ko round na mo ni assemblyman for kasa enyina anim se edu sabre no a ohia sika e de ayenema me penny the only person me wa ban mu a me yi 10,000 Ghana cedis each e de support to bia MMDC bia yi ni bia no. In fact, enya enough for them. But the fact say, nipa dodo yi otimi nye obi a ho dom. Na okai obi a say, "Hey, me mai anaminu anu yi, omo gina kono, inti je fabua no. Se ne san krofo no a no mo se omo na ewo sika ne no. No wo hefa. None of them came to your aid. But Mahmoud Bawumia did. Exactly pano boabo ni sika no na ne, ono ahodi sika no. Na fe dey say boga na aba. Betua sika jigwe woji a na wa hwe ni yie because ebre a ye gu no be san den e be san ba biem e ba ofra na ro se wu age so an obenya
you maybe na otata kristo chidi for pa na okwachiri bi ade koya omo ji tumu ne ebru omo ye o mala kala de ntini timi ya ni de ana sa kwaje krata afoforo so okota woni aka na tumi bi koyi ni wadi e wa Damascus kwan so kire no last primaries na MPP koyi no sa campaign time basabasa we munya ahwe eno mu ne dijamo eno mu fum ska as if there is no tomorrow
eno mo party
atu ni party na manfo se nya ban kran koto and was that CD ho ni ntino when some MPP for jimi a sa do what me TV so as and MPP for the jimi na me kwa binim de ntia ba bejon sa part we and one of MPP for say MPP for your jimi for to the sense say asem you be ka bia no beto mu timnom de adwuma and was that the same tactics now for the bar 2023 ema ye ko edi nkugo no asa da biu ba me say MPP for nye that mistake ya o me 2023 2024 no bi wo
na
obi asu nyansa ya so ne kwasa kwa hwe a we na bone mana we de koche nyansa ni nyansa ni amana bi
Wontumi won't fall for this your 10 million bait why you no go do foko
at back why would you
was different point
why Wontumi
I say 10 million yeah make it is
but why is that we kwa se chama gas one here and the benefit 1% of 10 million say 10,000
or such amount me
obe say my chairman dey about
or such amount me
yan challenge no na we be bra ya say chairman kukuru sika kese bra na isra wone de yan twi eno de ya kukuru sika bia nko wone sika de be tell you
Gaziv Plan, very good morning to you. And you got up.
You see, the best me come will be at here. Said, one more person more contest. In fact, MPP as a political party and a political party biano. So person will lead the party no as flag bearer. Most often, I was say, why you be a party, mammy, you. Obeda e bibi opata me yehu eto be dey through such appointment ye and e be mu hu se e ba we papa and I said the competence na e form and I said the man eto bi ba wo ho be ka che wo say ye de ye benefit na Dr. Bawumia na busuafo ne omomu edi na chi nko na a benefit a ka che de ba ko se me se wo boa Now man you careful one day they say and a record no so wo say obia contractor waye under President Kofo under the now Kufuado contract obia yi bekwaku.
Oh,
listen wo ho.
Ma me hold that.
But what you know what to what extent?
Address. Obia ya bi mo obia bon address.
Kwaku. Dia wo ho. And not about me no and na ye sponsor party no and they say Kwaku. Dr. Bamia aye running mate to na Kufuado 4 times. 5th election occurred as the flag bearer. Can anybody tell me say ye ka financiers of the party Dr. Bamia first 5 won ka ho ana?
Flag bearer.
How? And you possible?
But no, I even know Nkrofo can say
First 5 oka.
I even know Nkrofo time na ye ka se ba umia identity ye yinas running mate ahead of others.
Yes.
Only my argument Nkrofo be here says sikanti na Kufuado yi ba umia because no a deputy governor of Bank of Ghana. Say be ya ba umia di ni sika wono e be supporting their campaign. Yes, that was the argument Nkrofo be here say e sikanti say odini sika ebe support Kufuado e their campaign. Enti Nkrofo e kan say go no ye Dr. Bawumia me type clearly 20 ahead of the 2012 election. Inipa mi uni the objective Bawumia appointment.
Ahead of
2012 election.
That be that.
And ye
2008.
No, me see ye ni BM as running mate for the second one. Inipa mi uni the objective a PC appeal for it. Any honorable can Japan. I'm not no so mo mpene so say e be san ayi ni BM.
What your interview no city.
Yes, as
was it your board was it Bawu?
As running mate.
Our city.
A honorable PC appeal for the former Kumedo Ben Brakwa MP. Anyway, any honorable can Japan.
So hatred has matured.
Oh no, me I wouldn't say a matter of choice. Say be one support to it doesn't mean say hatred.
Professor can
Mami defend them kind. Okay. Uni ni pa na ye adwuma. Wahu no mo awaye. Wahu ni policies ni sa no ma. Na say hwe nsema wa ho nkofo kwe kantia no a untumi ma out. Enka senti I said no. A contest of ideas. Enti so kan say ya. Munya no mo so mo nka se meyese. Enu nti na me kan de make.
Okay, motama so. Na yema. Enam no ebuso. Na yema. Enam no ebuso.
Mesite. And my boy red tie.
Obre aso. Obre ebrena aso. Na mum. Inti ame tu nyum we no. Mama Gretofori. Eden kraba.
Okay.
Osimi kan che mo say.
Me friend no.
Enam no ayema. Sen no ayema. Enam no ebuso. Pite. Au pite. Wumpia. Dino. And then me kan say ade a. Mo de ese mo ti ase.
Yes.
Na yetumi aye. Obonitsefo a wotena bebu. Na ye ho so biem. Ense bebrede bi wo ho. Edubu ahensemi. Ye say Attorney General. Release document from yes, Attorney General release document say unreleasing national security operational budget document no we release only Kufuado bre Mahama the end so fama e be say o say national security issue
but
Kufuado the end say a Ebola issue
and this is for the
ensem bibiri no dey aba ene omo sign the quota system na ba chema me buy we last year unim Kufuado bre so now we kwan so be choose about 12 schools and no matter so they about almost basically 5 schools but you should only 1 school grade A but you compulsory grade B no day school 1 boarding school 1 category C day school 1 boarding school. So what they are basically doing is say yeah better number of any people like be boarding school so yeah come nyina go day school yeah ka say monko because aban person tisco they fund the free education so why are we doing this to us?
It is coming baby no more triple say they are spending about 5 billion no.
Yeah.
Chama bacho tren kakra hu.
Ye beti na nadu din. Esu. Ghana for ye besu. Ye me say ye be kai na nadu. I'm telling you. Me I will always say yes without fear of contradiction say ejuma na nadu be ye wo Ghana.
I'm telling you.
Ghana mampani bia including Dr. Osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. In your side money be.
Napo was right.
But you see, just say it was the way he presented it. Said last week, I'm come. Say Ghana, wow, we don't want the truth. The truth hurts.
Yeah.
But look, that is the only way that can cure our problem.
All right, Madam Asenti, your discussion, no, Chema Polopoku no Martininka, Denta Kumiso Martininka.
With the man, okay, for with them on Mitchell Bibia, Nama Bompire, so I'm Bibia, Bibia, Yamam.
A tea for you. So issues be below. And then anti-galamsey task force. Abayin Atibi, NDC for Atibi. Yes, we can the Western Radio. NDC for task force no could take Abayin task force no by. Could take you hostage for hours. And so no release your money a day. And then galamsey no what to say what may more to say. If you na ye to be, I hosem. What shall be to say. And Ochina and ECG increment no take effect about 2.45. Yachi Kofi Juma, Yachi Hanan, yes Hanan Yemani bill 80 million Ghana cedis. Kofi Juma so Ednakwa Kushim and all that. And the baby Abefabi Anukumi, I remember where me we are not my bachelor.
I think sir, I've said it time without number. And I will feed the case use one I am maker. Say opposition na the propaganda eba abema. Your own propaganda will expose you in power. The NDC is struggling because they have done a lot of propaganda. Asema yes ye can no as a nation no they politicize everything. Omu ye bibia politics. Yati kromu ha. Ana NDC nibi. Eka say because Nanado is the president, obet need the 1 week ahead a solve galamsey. How many months have we been in power? Have they been in power? Over 6 months. How many weeks?
And then the first half of the first year, no,
over 24 weeks. So you've had over 24 weeks in your own words to stop galamsey. But then, it's because of politics. You see, we open so sena, open so ma assembly ye buja na or the FIFA baby na they are politics. Galamsey is a national issue. To the extent say, and then their hospitals they are reporting sicknesses of newborn babies because of the water that their parents have come in contact with, whether they drank it or they used it to bath. But we politicize it. And nanado na ye galamsey, nanado banana say yeah. Today you have the opportunity. Would it be fair for me to say John Mahama about galamsey? That does not solve the issue. It doesn't solve the issue. But Omo claiming so much to be the 1 week of solving galamsey issue, no? And then Omo no to galamsey. And then Omo no to galamsey. To the extent say, even among their party members, they are fighting among themselves. But see, at the back where the NDC beko position ya galamsey, mark it on the wall. Because they are grabbing the lands. They are grabbing. We got a certificate to be out. Hey, you're grabbing. Hey, you see gold. No muko. You see gold. They are grabbing the lands. So anybody inside fighting it, it's just a show off. We are show. We are doing something to impress the people. There's no fight against galamsey. Oh, galamsey fighter. Yeah, they can rest. ACCC Crawford. So say, yeah, Chilean Crawford say we have. That is showmanship. That is not galamsey fight. Sure. How is a galamsey no zani yeno? Ube kona Crawford tupu edisiao. Now I so come na say I'm fighting galamsey. It's a joke. The fight against galamsey by the NDC government is a total joke. And pick it anywhere. I said it. It's a total joke. We know NDC, they are showmen, showmanship. Come on, say we are prosecuting we. I don't want to win che. Now Jai galamsey na. Who says Abu gold board na ebe. Oh, they know what they are doing. So at the expense of Ghanaians, they have a gold board using galamsey. Gold board on your gold in the free. They should come out and show us a list of companies Ghana how yet. As you are giddy, I'm going to change my own to me. Accusing Papa we buy Minister of Lands. Obama su ye giddy to me say ekosi saying. The NDC has been about showmanship. And that is what will take them into opposition. I'm telling you about. That's what will take them into opposition. Because a time will come where you have nothing to show. Because I old school. Baby, or say, since since the monkeys have learned to swing without gauging. You know what has also happened? The hunter has also since the monkey has learned to swing without stopping, the hunter has also learned to what? To shoot without gauging. So Ghanaians are beginning to find the tricks of the NDC. And still on showmanship, may the best call second topic, Yachiwe, no. Capital showmanship. Eye service. But there's nothing. Why am I saying so? I have come into a plan of the NDC where they have decided, say, in their own words, they say John Mahama says, Ghanaians easily forget. We have a short memory. So, I don't person we say. They want to create a MP. I don't know create this MPP are corrupt, you know. They want to keep doing things to remind Ghanaians say MPP are corrupt. But you see, Uri of Fusano. Now we show dear. If power now, I say shock you be say there is a case and I also Obiaye Boni, Panico Court, but you rather come and do a press conference to display to the whole world, Nipan the charges. Abroad, the court in itself has not charged the person of any offense. So, who as Attorney General say, the Assembly Court no release the person of all charges are? What becomes of you? The showmanship. Eye service. NDC is an eye service political party. So let's not waste our time. They are trying to create where you're corrupt. At the end of the day, they have the state power. As a government, they have the state power. But tread cautiously. Because in the same measure, mercy will not be shown to anybody. Power. In the same measure, Ghana for muntie na mu the NDC for ye. Because ye ba power. Double salary now will go back. Double salary. We will go back. And I don't know you're merciful. But the incoming MPP government will not be merciful. And even
if the president want to be merciful,
the president cannot be merciful.
The party supporters, now, what is happening today will not allow
I'm telling you,
any NPP president to be merciful.
They now only declare MPP win no. I just a national security apparatus no nyina adwane. Because Oma Chere say even day now ye boss we di no. That's the day the government starts. Can you say you typically say any appointment from 7 December? No, no and void.
Oma year ko 2017.
2017.
Or say 7 December.
Can you imagine say and then ye microphone nyina say in the 8 years MPP babem so mo employ will be in the government sector ye omo NDC for. So enoko Ghana Gas the PwC PricewaterhouseCoopers aba house omo be audit omo be redundancy no more workers. Over 600 workers in Tibeka. GMPC, the same thing. PwC, what's going on? What is going on? And then Ghana for. Say MPP na fan into Ghana ni. What's going on?
Mr. Femi,
Omo eye service ni who Ghana for Ghanaians have since eye service. They don't have anything for Ghana. Can you imagine say up to now contractors, both MPP and NDC contractors are almost supporting. They are not being paid. So if you see say your CD has been stabilized, artificial. You are not making any payment. Omo buy contractor ben e Ghana high here. And I go try denta do one rule. In so to nipa bre. Na we dia denta musa Dawuro and me be do her 5:30. Unim dentia. Me sorry less than that time now.
I will feel 6 asamato.
Ah. Na wo sa be di ma be di. We kata kwasi.
Ayen kra ete adenta nim ha yi akra no. Wo feel 6 asamato. Na wa wo
me wo ayi
say kan say. Kumi me da say adenta kumi a member of the New Patriotic Party Martinega. Chema po bogu. Enim baby a be share unkomo na say e free.
Me ni am share afiase ne say wo arrest here, arrest there, arrest. And this termination, baby. But the master man make and say, look, everybody is a Ghanaian, okay? And to say, employ Obia. Instead, say, your focus should be how I can expand the business. So even if I have some poor people, I want to create employment for them. By expansion, you open the opportunity for employment. But you don't terminate people and replace them. Then you create the impression that you have created employment. That is wrong. That is wrong. And nobody is more Ghanaian than another person. Your association with a political party does not make you more Ghanaian than the other person. But unfortunately, that is what we are today, preaching in this country, that people are more Ghanaian than other people. Yeah, which for me, I believe it is not going to go well for the future of this country.
Until very soon, no MPP bar with a set of public sector workers need your Monsaba. In my cancer chairman, Ubia we a Benjuma UD if you January Ebano. And so long leave for 4 years. There be a bet MPP winning. Now also, and yes, long leave keku. Koya Juma,
Koya campaign.
MPP winning. MPP winning up at the same desk. Now, of course, section of photo fee at the year a MPP that not Director General. And then this winning 2008 2008. No corner say or resume into coffee and I may take you over.
So. And you know, Dibia. But you see, again, if I am not careful, I would say I have no sympathy for those people who are losing their
lives. Some of them.
Yeah, majority of them.
Yes.
You know, like you were a teacher, they've paid your teacher training allowance. Somebody cancel it. I've come to pay. Somebody employed you for 3 years. He paid you for 3 months. I've come to pay. You kwa to abasika ni aje nso ye ntoma. Enti na wo kwotena ho, kwotena lorry ni 10 months na wo see ntua oka. Na wo Ministry of Education here pamoa. Wo be so a kire me. Why should I show sympathy to you? That is a question.
Some of them, man, other public MPP ne momo juma. MPP momo juma we are perfect. The omo mo so we neutrals, including some appointees are political appointees.
Again, look, I mean, let me ask you this. If you are a CEO and you wanted to help people, you wait until December 2024. We are CEO now, former CEOs. You must help to expand the business so that you can bring on board more people. But what do we see? Why? I mean, the government, when it comes, a new government comes, they employ about 10,000 people from DC all the way to throughout. And you know, this 10,000 people, imagine, say, every year, Obiakra bought 25 people. Are we going to find ourselves in the situation we find ourselves today? And you know, 10,000 people, everybody helping 25 by 4, 100 by 8, 200. You put 10,000. Obi about 200 people. They were saying, you understand? So these are some of the things that we should think of as a nation. We should think of as a political party. How we can ensure that see a bunny a yen near my pa. You bet to us so yet my yes and near my pan. I'm a gun of winina. A wide. That's right. Every young galamsey business. Oh, me there be a come say. We are fighting the galamsey fight on the wrong person. Why? We must fight it in such a way that it is going to put fear and panic in people. Say you could do krum ha. Any ye galamsey eh? As you see it me by ye. Say minim. Say ye. Say about me civic education for na yo. Say him for na be yo. Ministry of Information or whatever. Ye may continuously video the harm of galamsey. The human being. And kwala ye warm a omunisa. Oma ye warm omuni hwene. Oma ye warm omuni aso. Yemman timamufon ehun say, yes, if you want to do galamsey, do it. But tomorrow, ehun sunsanso ni. Na ehun sunsanso ne ba na se wo ye de oba hospital. Se wo fi kwadwo krom. Oho na ofi no aba hospital. Ye wo ye no wo ba ne yare ye ne as a result of galamsey a. Ya sansan na wagina ko. Ya hwew. Ana se fasikabra. Se wagiska. Fasikabra ansa ne ahwew. Then when that fears begin to go into people, then they themselves will drive. Because Argentina, Oshe Kurobi to say Asante Mampong. Asase. Into galamsey also. Because no, he not teso no. Ose men pene.
Do man hini honso sa.
Ose men pene mi entu galamsey. Mi hia ni kura me di mi hia. Because me yesa me nyeska but my pene bon. Who took kwan kokuma se won nam kwan so from nyinam osiem wa wo de opa to kwan anajo. Oh. To kwan anajo na be hu galamsey activities. Tipes ye twa anwen na de cross kwa ye ko wash.
Yes, kwan no.
How do you?
Oh. It's Ghanaians by our nature and we are wicked to ourselves. I'm telling you. Because other than that, enkasa same way. Etimi nkoso.
In the implications ni pa.
Yes. Na say, utwa ntro e de gitumi a. Ntro na nso be den will expose you. And then government say what tax force. Me boy. And the illegal miners and what tax force.
No, and we put the okay. What do you can understand?
How about the tax force? And they are fighting
the government
are buying tax force. No? And yes, sir.
Yes.
And to almost a vigilante group.
And most of these groups now NDC for.
Yeah.
You go there into the business.
Now who can say we MPP near? Who bet my boy home pim so kwaya galamsey. Ebekum.
In fact, MPP for any legal license man cry.
You understand? Ultimately, near Ecosono, a abana NDC for Dia. And no FFI. And as I say, Diano a war mancasa many see. Basetima Mufuano, a my dreamba, and almost dream on my dachi, and you future one. This is the time for them to arise and fight. This illegal, yes, they come bearing arms and the rest, but among thousands of people. And the voice of the people is the voice of God. Say, yeah, Arab Spring, how did it start? It started over a big Akrebio. Now, can I say, when the people who owns the land and who lives on the land begin themselves to fight galamsey, it will spread through our country.
See, it come back to us, my kind say, I have been this for you know. Because NDC for bank no ma catch a late ni say by 10 years time no you be crane shoe Inti aban Akufo Addo hwe mama siasa.
Oh, say they by 3 years e
na say no ka twem say adwuma bi ya ni ha. Adwuma moya ne man ni na moye didie. Enso Akufo Addo pese ogum adwuma na mo adwuma na bomo. Enti no sisi a no wa ma hu say o adwuma no nti wa bai. Omo susu fo say eso munya kwa no ko yo adwuma. Mo fo say so munya kwa ko yo adwuma.
Na the certain is say what nkran a. Eya wo se bia galamsey no.
E wa chi.
Body a wudi no baby a body ni fever.
There be.
Banchi a wudi no baby a banchi ni fever. Enkontomra a wudi no baby fever. Eti wuti nkran ha na se galamsey na enkan wa.
Insomu na ma worry no.
Sa ne ma we nyina no. Ese se ujadi. I'm telling you.
Last expert be catch say omuhwehwe mu ma ye ne kire say even fish no. You see a mercury woman especially when omo yi na nse nsuo no kobopum. And they are saying say ofa fish a ne eno ka temane say enye dumpe nka say ana ne nka say e say anumu pa na ya mercury ne tra eni ne ti no enti je owe sa ne ma no ani scales ne yi ni nyina emu na mercury ne tra pa
that was say them say tilapia na very no more say no there
enkopo eno kra you know ai okoyape onoma is it black voter Emma, yeah, the black voter in the video say wa we ho. E ho so tu omutu John Jinapo constituency wo. Ehu. Enti mi sura ni say black voter na e be bo akosomo eyi ni mo de ba akosomo dam ni mu no. Say eno ni insuo aka wo Ghana ha anka nye contaminated. Say mutu o soro ho na e be bom na e be wura dam ni mu dia. Se ne yapon.
Yapon. Obi a be kofie. Answer ne be fa ne say agro no.
Yapon electricity nso sukra be boy because of sanima we nyina. Jamanti ye be dan ne yetimi atu man na se. Ye be dan.
Na me just say
I say aban ne ye.
Anya aban. Me say this is a call for citizenry to rise up and change the narratives. I'm telling you. Aban there, I can tell you there are so many people with interest. Even say you John Mahama e wo pepa e side way or best stop na ne nkrofo atwa no ho more interest in no he cannot stop it. One other way you bet my say what the opa let's put price money obia wo de galamsey campaign e beba wo community mu no tika say ne de be ma galamsey will stop.
And will the government be bold enough to arrest the kingpins and prosecute them?
Oh yes. You see, I myself and some other lawyers, the other lawyers are doing their research. Yeah, sure. Say if they are this and those people, then when those people are identified, then for Monko Babiao, they don't make UN for trying to cite them for crimes against humanity. Yes. I'm telling you. Because, you see, this is more than treason. Who condemn the future of people? And yes, sir. Why? Why? I mean, ask yourself. Look, tell me the cocoa price. One bag of cocoa cost 3,000. We a cocoa farmer now with the wasa say 1 acre magalamsey. At that time they were paying you like about 50,000 cedis. 1 acre. Who practice cocoa send a cocoa board for sure 1 acre? How much money will you get? At least 1 year could be 10 bucks. And in a matter of 2 years, you will gain more than what they will pay you for galamsey. Because after galamsey, you lose your land forever.
Yes, it will take about 300 years to recover the land fully.
And you know why?
I know you're crying. Say you're reclaiming it will take about 300 years.
Why are we condemning, sending ourselves into damnation? Why? No, you see, me dream one. I just can't understand. You, Dawuro. But you see, this is why I keep saying, I'm telling you. We all rise up every Sunday and go to church. And what is the core message of Christ? Love your neighbor as yourself. What is the core message of Muhammad? Love your neighbor as yourself. So if you love your neighbor, will you sit in Accra and give money to people to do galamsey and condemn them? Why? It is time. Our government must rise up and stop the rhetoric and rise up and fight galamsey.
Tema,
Enough is enough.
Kumi, any other issue?
I am very sad this morning.
You must be.
These guys, they don't have anything for Ghanaians.
I am so sad.
They don't have any plan. Oh. They don't come into government with any plan. Our plan, they don't have any plan.
Yes, to acquire wealth.
Yeah, they don't have any plan for Ghanaians. It's near one way in Kalabuli. Gidi no mudine Musa. And now na uchi omuye no aka no kwenacho wo wani afa state apparatus ni abefa ni edoko. They don't have any plan. They don't have any plan for Ghanaians. You could get to Ablakwa. Ratting na no sa. If anybody in the NDC government uses private jet, I'll resign. Well, foreign minister, you will be the one to make such arrangement. Person say, how much did he make from that private jet? Did he make something from it? We want to know. Sir, yeah, passport, new passport chips. Sir, na ayentro. The lies are overwhelming. Overwhelming. And Obia Fize Okujeto Ablakwa is a snitch. And I'll throw on Twitter. They've arrested 100 fraud boys. Now then, you look at this. Obia Oko vetting. Oko vetting. Come on. Over vetting your busa house say Woka allowance no for a particular date no day then. Answer the question. And I say Odia Koto Caterpillar. Anna honorable minority leader Etwasu Busa. Instead of focusing on the question I yebusa no. Or say you say MPs ni bi wo ha omo de etua school fees. Come on. Yebusa wo wase man na yebuso bi fu frasem. Snitching people, sir. Snitching government. Settings government, snitching government, eye service government. Yamagana for. And your cookie a bear snitching, and your snitching a bear eye service. Yanga no go fool. Intina yet they come racing Profoso or Mudeko Galamsey. What a good was fighting Galamsey. Who was here they come racing Profoso? Asoja phone muko remuko ye adwuma no unso obi kra camera because it's a serious business. Camera is a your body camera to let them know say the activity is going on. Our track camera na camera si obi su say yana. Are you serious? Agrone doso NDC agrone doso munja agrono na doso too much.
All right, Kumi, that's the chairman.
Yes.
Any other issue?
Almost
Almost
rent allowances. Almost. Almost.
In fact, I say almost all the security agencies under interior ministry. I'm say prison response into you quarterly. I go for the 2 or 3 quarters and some oko. So last quarter, I be see the 2 quarters are.
Yeah.
Sorry, NDC abey. Amuntu omoye.
Yo. Me de assemble kwa kakra meka say. I'm saying Nanado I can't say me say Africa needs its own rating system.
Yeah.
What we say Nanado aban nyina. Me I always believe and I always say so. A conspiracy because of his trajectory and what they call Ghana beyond aid and the way things were going. Because at the end the scene now all of a sudden more defense one for na Ghana credit rating near downgrading no in a matter of 3 months near downgrading by 3 times. Then all of a sudden the economy of Ghana collapses. And until time man either say the citizenry and the country will say to hell with your credit rating. We don't want it. Like Burkina Faso. They don't need whole credit rating and on there because both are crumbs or more. So what I say. Until then, they will continue to use the global credit rating to destroy countries that are ready to stand up against imperialism, unfair world practices, and all those things. This time they will not come to you to force you to come and beg for money. They will use the credit rating, collapse your economy.
Then you run back.
Then you yourself you come back to Nkwaso.